and welcome to the first ever episode of SME Biz TV. I'm Ellen.
And I'm Tanner, and we're bringing you bite-sized business strategies for all of today's SMEs. Plus, we're the first ever married couple on web TV.
You're crazy.
I know. But you know what I'm really crazy about is this 4-part series that we've got coming up. So today we're going to be talking about getting your business idea off the ground. And the following few episodes are going to be covering such things as business coaching, mentoring, business strategies, business planning, marketing strategies, and so on. So definitely stay tuned for the next few episodes that are coming up.
We decided it was a real need in the market to have an episode about business planning and getting the ideas off the ground, because we get a lot of questions about it. As business mentors ourselves, these are the questions that are mostly coming up when they're coming and approaching us.
Yeah, usually the kinds of things that end up happening is we use the principle of the 5 W's and the H, which is the who, what, where, when, why, and how of starting a business idea and getting it off the ground.
So the first thing we start with is, why do you want to start a business?
That's a really good question, because quite often people come up to us and they'll want to start with the how right away. But the thing is that we usually want to know, why do they want to get started? So quite often we realized by looking at the many businesses we've helped is sometimes people want to start a business because they want to make money or more money than they're making. They might be tired from the current position that they have in a job or something like that. They might be trying to follow a passion that they have in life. So for example, if they're an artist, if they'd like to be a chef, so they'd like to get themselves started into a restaurant. So it's extremely important to be able to explore why they want to get the business. Now, one of the things is a pitfall I find quite often is that if they want to start a business specifically to go make money, then they almost predominantly always fail, because chasing money is not actually a why to a business. That's an inevitable fallout from having started a successful business. So it should never be about the chasing the money.
Then we come to the next one, which is what?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, because of the amount of business coaching that we've had, and we've helped lots of companies with this, is people will say, okay, then what am I going to start a business in? And this is one of the hardest questions actually, is some may already have an existing product, and some people don't have a product and or service, but they know that there's money to be made out there in the market, or they'd like to help a group of people by maybe coaching them or so on. And we usually try to tell people to understand that if it's within the realm of their passion, so if you have a specific passion, then the product line and or service should pretty much fall into that, because then you'll be more comfortable bringing that to the world, and hopefully whatever your product and or service you have will positively impact the people that it helps.
And then the next question is, when do you want to start this business? Is
Very
it the
good
right
question.
time?
Yeah. Absolutely, because obviously the last few years the market's been going up and down, so quite often people come to us and they'll say, is this the right time to start a business? And there could be a number of factors that affect that. Obviously finances. If you're going to be running a bricks and mortar business or a business that requires a building or a physical office or an entity, not like an internet business, there may be some finances required, so obviously talking to banks and so on is going to be required. But when I'm more of an action taker, as you know, we're both really huge, massive action takers. So I would like to think that we would coach people to first understand that the right time is now. The right time is to always learn first and then take action right away. Otherwise, you might be missing an opportunity, and or you might be perhaps holding back a little bit, trying to assess the risk and then not actually getting into a business. But it is actually definitely worth having a conversation with a business coach or someone who might understand a market. Maybe it is the right and or wrong time of the year, or of that particular financial year perhaps, to jump in with their business idea.
Sure, makes complete sense. So then we come to number 4, which is who. Who are you going to start the business with? You're going to do it by yourself?
Well, we decided to start a business together actually, and Ellen, my wife, was the first one to have jumped into the business. And for us, we believe that, at least as business coaches, we believe that there should always be some level of accountability, which means that there is some other person, even as you're an entrepreneur or an individual entrepreneur, you should be accountable to someone, not only yourself. So usually my suggestion is, if you're not going to have colleagues within a company and or business together, perhaps have a business coach. And these are the types of people that, again, that can come along with you through the business startup journey, and at the same time coach you along the way and stay with you through at least guidance and giving you the right kind of support. But I actually really like having a business with you, because it's not only a love partnership like we have in our marriage, but we have a lot of fun working together.
Absolutely. This is what I'm saying is crazy. Anyway, the last one of the W's is where? Is it going to be an online business? Is it going to be offline?
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
Well, actually, where to start a business. If you're talking online, you can literally start the business anywhere in the world, obviously. You just have to make sure that the kind of online business that you start has something to do with the laws and regulations of that country. We're currently in the UAE, so there's specific restrictions that we have to obviously face and follow. We are a registered business here. There are specific types of web businesses that are not allowed in specific types of countries. So just make sure that you know your regulation. As far as offline businesses, again, it really depends on the kind of market. Obviously, certain markets are quite saturated with certain types of businesses. So you really need to do a bit of market research to figure out where. And not only where as far as a country is concerned, but also where as far as in a city, the location within a city. Obviously, some residential areas are not, great for certain types of businesses, whereas maybe restaurants and salons are great for those businesses. But for example, you might want an industrial zone if you're going to be starting a woodworking or a steelworking kind of facility. So it really depends on the kind of business you have as well.
Yeah, it's what they say, location, location, location.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when it comes to at least the brick and mortar business.
Absolutely, you're right.
Then the last one is the how. How are we going to get this business off the ground?
Well, this is really interesting because now we're getting down to the meat on the bones. Now, of course, when you think about it, how am I going to do this business? You're thinking of more than just the physical entity of the business, not just the bricks and mortar part. But our suggestion is, and what we're going to predominantly focus on for the rest of this episode, is something called mind mapping. And mind mapping is not necessarily a new concept, but I find quite a few businesses or new businesses that we talk to, definitely entrepreneurs, have never mind mapped before. And so the concept of mind mapping, I think, is a phenomenal way of structuring your future business idea.
It's more brainstorming on a piece of paper. You get the clarity of what you need to do, and you can see more the overview of your business. And also, it's a great way of using both sides of your brain. You use both the creativity and also the analytics part, which is a great benefit, because when you're writing lists, normally what's happened is that you just write lists and there's no structure, you can't really see the whole business as a whole as you can do with mind mapping. It's absolutely amazing. We use that all the time in our business when it comes to new project, or it could be if we have planning to add a new service, what benefits. It's really, really amazing tool to use.
Yeah. And some of the other benefits of mind mapping is also goal setting. Quite often these days people have not really set proper benchmarks and goals for their business idea. And so they don't know how to start it, where to go, how to do all of these 5 W's in the H, because there's no real benchmarks. Whereas a mind map can lay that all out for you. One of the first things that I find entrepreneurs do often, and in error, is they try to control situations, but because they haven't mind mapped and created the benchmarks and goals properly, they're not able to see the kinds of variables that may actually affect the future business idea. So get it out of your brain, get it out of your head, because it's cluttered with all the other noise that we have in the world today. Obviously, we have so many distractions. So as soon as you can get your business idea onto paper, onto some of these tools that we're going to be talking about, just make sure that, get out of your mind and clearly be able to visualize it, just like Ellen said. So use both your right brain, which is the creative side of your brain, and your left brain to analyze that information once it's on paper. And the nice thing is you can take that around to some of your business mentors, coaches, or even friends, and get a second and third opinion as well as to what they believe might happen. But again, remember, this is your business idea, so it only matters what you think and what you believe you can achieve.
So I think what we will do next is that we will introduce different mind mapping tools, and we will show you how to use them. Because that's also another thing, is like how if you haven't done any mind mapping before, then so how are we going to use it? So here we go. Let's
take a look actually at a mind map. Now we're going to fast forward this mind map. So this is something that takes a little bit longer, but we're going to give it a few seconds, and let's see what you think about that. We'll be right back with the next segment with our SME Biz Lint moment and the tools that we're going to be rating. Well, that was a really cool way of seeing a mind map done really quickly, wasn't it? But don't forget, mind maps actually take quite a long time to do because it takes a long time to plan out your business. Now we're in the next segment of on our web TV show called the SME Biz Lint Moment, which is one of my favorite parts. And in the Lint Moment today, we're going to be assessing mind mapping tools in general. And Ellen's actually brought us a little list of mind mapping tools.
Yeah, there is tons of them out there on the internet. You can just go to Google and Google mind mapping, and you'll come up with I don't know how many, but there must be hundreds of them. So we picked 5, which are the one that we think are good, both free and paid for, because you have both options. So I'll just list a few of them. XMind is one of them. MindJet is another one. MindMeister is one. FreeMind is one. And then you have the iMind Map, which we are going to talk about today. The iMind Map is a tool that Tony Buzan created in the 70s. And he's said to be the father of the iMind mapping tool. If that's true or not, I'm not sure, but I particularly like iMind Map because it's colorful, it's very useful, so that's why we picked that one today. So we have few criteria when we're reviewing.
We've been looking at price, functionality, ease of use, and whether it has actually online support and or other support features. What did you think about the price of this iMind Map?
Well, the price is starting from $99 to $249, which is reasonable. It's for the program itself. The price varies whether you're a student or if you're a professional using it. I think that's reasonable to pay for a good tool. Also, when it's a paid tool, they tend to develop it more and spend more money in actually developing and getting more new features. So the pricing, I think, is reasonable.
Is that monthly or is that annual?
No, that's for the program itself. If you want to upgrade it, you have to pay for the upgrade. So this is a one-time only payment.
Okay, what do you think about the functionality of this tool?
Well, it's very easy to use. You start with the idea in the middle with whatever square or round or whatever thought you have for the project that you're doing, or the concept or the idea, and you can build the branches extremely easy. You don't really need any training on it as of use of the program.
Okay, but it is easy to use, you're saying?
Yeah, very easy to use, and what I like also about it is that it's very colorful. The branches come out in yellow, green, blue, purple, and it's stimulates your creativity, which I find is really cool.
Also from the fact that they have colorful branches, from when I used it, I thought it was a really cool tool because it allows you to segment different ideas that you've got into varying colors, and the visualization of seeing your business idea come together allows you to memorize and get the creativity going, so you can see your business in different ways. Yeah, so but I did see some stuff about the support. What was there?
Most of it, there is a simple PDF that will show you how to use the program. Otherwise, you have online training, but you have to pay for it. And also, there are workshops. I'm sure in your area, you can just go online to thinkbuzan.com, and they will list of the places that they actually have the workshops available. But you can do it online in your own time as well.
Okay. Yeah, what I did like about it is that there are actually training videos that are there. Some of them are for purchase, so this is the thing you got to watch out for. But at the same time, for example, like in September, I believe late September, they're going to be bringing a training group over here to Dubai. So go back on the website, like Ellen said, take a look at the training seminars and where they're going to be. Hopefully there's one in your area if you're using the tool. And these are licensed professional trainers that are actually brought on by the iMind Map group. And so that way you actually get the right person, so you don't get a random person trying to teach you something that they think they know. So my favorite part of the show has just started. We're going to be giving this tool a rating out of 5 Lindor balls, thanks to our sponsors at Lint and Springly. So what is the rating that you gave the tool?
Well, I think the price is reasonable. I think it's very easy to use and functional. Also, they have a trial, so you can actually try it before you buy it, which is good. The training support is also okay. I'm dropping 1 ball, so I want to give it 4 out of 5, just because there's a lot of paid facilities or services that you do. It's not necessarily a free training, or except from that one PDF. So I think that's why I need to remove 1 ball of the. So it's 4 out of 5 for me.
4 out of 5 for you. Okay,
Yeah.
well done. Well, I'm actually looking to rate this system also based on the support, but I don't mind paying a little bit extra for the support because at least I know these are trained and licensed professionals that are giving us the support. However, I will actually knock off one of them because usually SMEs are trying to find more cost-effective ways of finding tools that will help them gain a better edge on planning and executing their business strategies. So I'm also going to be giving it a 4 out of 5 Lindor balls. Now the really awesome part is the higher the rating, the more Lindor balls that I get to eat. So today we're going to have 2 each. Thanks very much, Tony, for creating an awesome tool. We look forward to any other new developments. Don't forget, iMindMap number 6 is currently out in the market. So again, go to the link below, just below the video today, and you're going to be able to see all the different tools we've listed from today's episode. And thanks for watching the show. Ooh, I can't wait to get into these.
Yes. Shall we have one now?
Yes,
Just
I can't
one?
wait to have one. No, well, we don't have to have one right now, but I think I'm going to have both anyway. Anyway, don't forget our sponsors are Lindt and Springly. Lindor balls, they're amazing chocolate from Switzerland and
Best we can get.
best we can get. So we hope for better ratings from better tools in the future as well. So we look forward to more ratings in our next up and coming episodes. So stay tuned for the next week's episode on business planning.
See you. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye for now. This is so good.